In this video, 5 deadly things you're saying that are stopping the law of attraction from working. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and this video will change your life forever when you become aware of some of the things that are blocking the law of attraction that you don't even notice. Number 1, I wish I was more successful. Couple key words there. I wish I was more successful. Wish and more. So success is the natural upspringing of something that's within you, because every single thing is energy. Albert Einstein said particles do not create other particles, that all particles originate by virtue of a force, of a source. So we're one with all things. So success isn't something outside of ourselves. I mean, Lady Gaga, one of the most famous pop stars ever, said that her mantra all the time was success and fame is inside of me. Everything that you desire is within you. You're one with it already. So it's similar to an artesian well, and you stick the bore pipe into the well, and then it actually creates an upsurging. The water's already there doing it. We just have to channel it. And as soon as you believe that you are not successful, you lose. You may not have all the money you need, but there's 3 planes of existence. There's a material plane, there's an intellectual plane, and there's a spiritual plane. So you may not have all the money you want now or the success you want now on the physical plane, but that doesn't mean you don't have wealth and success on the spiritual and intellectual planes. And so what happens is we say, I wish. And what does I wish immediately mean? I do not have. I am not. Which is really a decree that I am not successful. I wish I was more successful is really saying, I'm not successful. Like if you heard some guy sitting at the DMV next to you and you overheard him saying, I wish I was more successful. What is the first energy transference that you unconsciously receive? Negativity, doubt, I am not, this person's not very successful, or they're just not very happy. They're not comfortable with where they are. They're not grateful for the abundance in their life. They don't recognize it. And you got to remember, the law of attraction is a secondary law to the law of vibration. So the vibration that you're in, the law of vibration decrees that everything rests. Everything is in motion and nothing is resting. So everything is energy. So the vibration that you're giving off dictates what you attract. What are your thoughts? Well, your thoughts are the precursor to your emotions, your energy in motion. So your thoughts create your energy in motion, i.e., in other words, your vibration. Your vibration controls what you attract. I wish I was more successful. I'm not. I don't have. I am not. Lack of abundance immediately recreates that, because your reticular activating system, which is the part of your brain that focuses on the things that you give attention to, because there's like 4 trillion bits of information happening every single second. Well, your reticular activating system only focuses on the things that you're giving intention to. It's kind of like this brain hack thing that's a part of you, so you can process reality based off of your highest intentions. So if your highest intention is, I wish I was more successful, what is your reticular activating system going to focus on? All the reasons you're not successful. It's why negative people perpetuate negativity, because when you're in a state of negative thought and negative emotion, you only see and feel more negative things. I mean, can you believe that? Did you see the news today? That idiot. I mean, the world's just falling apart. Are we in another war? I mean, I swear no one smiled at me today. I hate my boss. And then it just perpetuates itself. So instead of I wish I was more successful, I already have everything that I need now in order to be successful. So comment that down below. I already have everything that I need now to be successful. Success is a continuous growth from something within yourself. Number 2, rich and successful people are greedy. Rich and successful people are not greedy. They're rich and successful. I was talking to someone the other day and I said something, there was a commercial coming on about a very successful hedge fund manager that's done a lot of different environmental work. And somebody asked, who is that guy, while we were watching the basketball game? And I said, oh, he's a hedge fund manager. And he said, oh my God, he's not a good person. And I said, well, that's not an absolute statement. And what happens is we use we've decided that because somebody has a nice car, someone has a nice house, someone has more money than you, and you really want more money and you want to get out of struggle and strain, but you're not there yet. So instead of admitting that to ourselves, we use protectionism to make other people wrong. So you've got to start blessing the things that you want, or you can't attract them into your life. Remember, the reticular activating system focuses on and recreates whatever we give intention to. Rich and successful people are greedy. Okay, well, your subconscious, your reticular activating system is going to move success away from you. Why? Because your subconscious mind is simply trying to protect you. So if you tell your subconscious mind that money is bad or success is bad, so your subconscious mind says, okay, master, yes, whatever you want, sir, whatever you want, ma'am. And then it pushes success away from you further and further and further. Think about that. Rich and successful people are greedy. What is that? It's a judgment. It's an absolute statement that is definitely not true. There's rich and successful people who aren't good people, but there's also poor people that aren't good people too, right? It doesn't matter how much money you have. That's not the determining factor of whether you're a good person or not, right? So that's immediately perpetuating that. So when you see somebody with something that you want, whether it's a nice house or a good paying job, or someone got the job you wanted or got the promotion that you wanted, or you see someone with something that you want, a higher level of success, love, happiness, whatever, start blessing them, silently blessing them. I'm so grateful that they have that, and I hope that they get another. Like today I went to the store and I got a cup of coffee, and there was a woman that had a super nice Ferrari, baby blue Ferrari. I'm not a big Ferrari person. I'm not even a big car person, truthfully. But, you know, it's easy when you see something like that to be like, rich asshole, or like, well, why don't they give their money to charity, right? And in my head, I'm like, damn, and it's a conscious practice, right? I had to develop this type of mindset. Damn, awesome car, man, that's so cool. I hope that you get another one, and I hope that you have more money that you can bless the world with, and it's thankful for inspiring me that there's so much abundance in the world. And although I don't personally want a baby blue Ferrari, I'm really grateful that you have one and that there's abundance in the world that we can all share in. So try to bless the things that you want. Number 3, I'm too old or too young. Well, first of all, that's just not a true statement at all, because you're not your meat suit. What are you really? You've been in it every 7 years. Every single cell in your entire body changes. So you aren't even the body that you were 7 years ago. Although when you look in the mirror, you're like, I'm too old, I'm too young. But you're not even that body. Every 7 years, every single cell of it changes. So you can't be who you are. I used to have a different body. My hair didn't used to be this long. It used to be really short. I used to have a lot more fair skin. And I look like a totally different person. I was a lot shorter. Now I'm a lot taller. I'm also have a lot more. I used to be a lot more skinny. Now I'm a lot bigger. I was in a totally different body. I used to be really small. Now my hands are pretty dang big, and my feet are very large. I'm in a totally different body than I was 7 years ago, than I was 12 years ago. You know, if you're over 30, maybe you can relate to that. I even have a couple gray hairs. I didn't used to have gray hairs. Where the heck did those gray hairs come from, right? Maybe you have some gray hairs. Maybe you have a little bit of wrinkles, and you notice, man, that didn't used to be the body I didn't used to have this body. You're not your body. You're like, it's like me, like, this is Rent a Jake. I'm in Rent a Jake. I'm renting this body called Jake, and I'm using thought, I'm using spirit, I'm using consciousness, which is my true identity, and I'm renting Jake in order to have this human experience. And so what are you really? Your thought. Think about your entire past. It's all a reflection of thought, right? Think about your current life. It's a reflection of your thought. Your bank account, reflection of thought and the actions you did or did not take. Your love life, reflection of thought. The ways you believe about love, the actions you did or did not take. Everything is a reflection of thought, right? Our career choices, everything. Who we are is a reflection of thought. And thought is ageless. Thought is deathless. Thought is going to go on forever, right? It can't be killed. So you're not too old. You're not too young. Your pure essence is thought. It's just that you forgot who you really are. You think you're your body. I used to always think I was my body, and I'd be like, well, you know, I'm a little bit too young to be successful as like a spiritual teacher. And I would convince myself, and I would create my own lack of success. And finally, Bob Proctor said to me, Jake, don't ever tell anyone your age ever again. It doesn't matter. Why do you need to tell people your age? You told me your age when you introduced me. When you introduced yourself to me, why'd you do that? It doesn't matter how old you are. You're limiting yourself by default. Don't stop thinking like that. Stop thinking that you're your body. Stop thinking that you are your body. And the more you think that you're the body, the more that you're limited by the confines of this world, right? Because you're limited by the world of form. I'm too old, I'm too young, therefore I can't do this. If you look online and you look at how old you are, whether you're 12 years old or 95 years old, I guarantee you can find a 12-year-old that's accomplished what you want to accomplish, and I guarantee you can find a 95-year-old that's run a marathon, right? So it's not how old you are. It's, do you recognize that you're greater than this body, that you're the thought that has created your life, and that any moment you can get outside of the limits of this form, outside of the limits of this body that says, here's who I am, here's how smart I am, here's how much is in my bank account, here's my paying jobs, here's what I'm good at and not good at. You can get outside of that and enter the formless dimension of thought. And you can say, well, what do I want to create now? And you can form the image of what you want, and then you can use your mental faculties back in this body. You can use your mental faculties to give that dream, that thought, that image form, and then you can bring it to life. So you're not too old, you're not too young, and every time you tell yourself that, you perpetuate it. I don't have enough money. I used to always say that one, but you actually do have enough money. You have the perfect amount of money for what you're supposed to have right now in this moment, or you wouldn't have that money in the first place, right? So what happens is that we are mistaken because we look at a very limited amount of what's actually possible in the world. So what happens is we mistake money as the ultimate resource, when in fact you have numerous different planes of existence that you live on. The material plane, one of the material forms of wealth is money. You have an intellectual plane and you have a spiritual plane. So a lot of people think they don't have the money in order to create what they want to create, their dream or their business, right? So right here today, I'm sitting here today, making my videos, doing my thing, inspiring a lot of people. There's probably like 40 countries that'll watch this. And I was once 19 years old. I was a college dropout, and I wanted to do what I was doing, but I didn't have any money. So I used to tell myself, well, I don't have any money, so how am I going to do this? And then I realized there's three planes of existence that I'm on. I may not have money on the material plane, but what do I have? I have the intellectual and spiritual planes. And I have this knowledge that's changed my life, and this passion for studying these things that have changed my life that are on the intellectual and spiritual planes. So I start to live from that. That's wealth too, right? That's a form of wealth. Money is a form of wealth, but this knowledge is probably a greater form of wealth than anything, because what creates money in the first place? Knowledge creates money. And when I realized that, I was like, okay, so if I can get in a place of abundance and I can start sharing this knowledge, I started writing books, I've made countless YouTube videos, I made countless Facebook videos and Instagram posts, and I've done thousands of speeches. Just in 1 year, I did 120. And so I started taking the wealth that I had, which was spiritual and intellectual wealth, on this thing that I was passionate about, that I know improved my life, and I saw it improve other people's lives. And I got in a state of wealth, and I started delivering that to the world. So my frequency became one of wealth and abundance. My frequency became one of wealth and abundance. Remember, law of attraction is a secondary law to the law of vibration. The law of vibration is simply saying that everything is energy, and it's always moving in a certain energy pattern. And so my energy pattern became one of abundance and wealth, even though before I thought I was in lack because I didn't have enough money and enough resources and I didn't know what I was doing and da 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 da. But tapping into the spiritual and intellectual planes, I started giving and providing my service and my passion and my dream to the world. That moved me into a different energy pattern, one of wealth and abundance. The result was I started to grow this brand as quote unquote Jake Ducey, which is who I am. I say quote unquote because I'm not really this body. And so what would happen is I started selling more and more books, getting more and more speaking engagements. I released different programs and courses. People wanted to come to seminars, people wanted coaching, and now people want a lot of online courses because people are from all over the world. And so we started building it, and the result was money came to me. So if you think that you don't have enough money yet, focus on the things of wealth and abundance that you do have, and how can you turn that into something that you can give to the world, to provide value to the world. And the result is money will chase you. So the fact is, you actually have the perfect amount of money for everything that you need right now. It's just not about resources, it's about your resourcefulness. Number 5, I don't have the right teachers or mentors or support system. This was another thing that I always thought. I thought I needed mentors, and I thought I needed this, and I thought I needed that. And while that's great, and I have great mentors and I have great teachers, and support system, you don't need it. And when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, right? So we get in this place of lack. I don't have the mentors. I don't have the resources. I don't have this thing. So what energy is that if law of attraction is a secondary law to the law of vibration? The vibration that you're in dictates what you attract into your life. What vibration is I don't have the teachers and mentors? Comment down below what vibration is that. Is that one of lack? Or is that one of abundance? If you overheard somebody saying that and the thought transference that you picked up, what would you pick up? You would pick up negativity and lack, and this person doesn't think they're good enough. So when you subconsciously have a self-image of not being good enough, what do you attract into your life? More lack, more reasons that prove to yourself that you don't have the right mentors and the right teachers and the right resources and the right support system, and you don't have enough like minds, you don't have enough friends, and you don't have the right business partner. I always wanted a business partner. But I guess I didn't have enough progress for anyone to want to work with me. And so I've been doing this, I'm 20 something, and so I've been doing this for like 7 years now. So I wanted a business partner for 7 years, and I just got one this year. It took 7 years for that to manifest, but it didn't, and it's perfect partnership, but that didn't manifest itself until I said, I don't need any support. I just need to go out there and do me and deliver this and work as hard as I can and give as much value to the world. And what happens is the mentor will show up when you're ready. The support system will show up when you're ready. That you actually have all the knowledge that you need in this very moment in order to get going. That the right moment is waiting. For you to stop waiting for the right moment, to just go on and say, dude, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. The right moment is waiting. For you to stop waiting for the right moment. Because what if the teacher never comes? What if the mentor never comes? What if the role model never comes? It's time for you to get ready. It's time for you to say yes. The answer to how am I going to do it? How am I going to learn all these things? The answer to how is yes. So remember, the right moment is waiting for you to stop waiting for the right moment. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. Reminding you have everything you need to create the success that you want in life. Download my free success hypnosis at jakeshypnosis.com down below. It's going to reprogram your subconscious mind so you can attract what you want in your life quicker, faster, and easier. Like 40,000 people from all over the world have used it, and every day I get some like crazy story. Someone's like, I'm a waiter and the most I ever made in tips was $20 and I made $400, and like all this crazy stuff happens, right? Because when you change your subconscious pattern, the results in your life shift. So download that, jakeshypnosis.com. Be sure that you press the subscribe button in the corner, and remember that the phrases and words that you're using are either creating you into a vibration of abundance or a vibration of lack. Whatever vibration you're in is dictating what you're going to attract into your life through the law of attraction. So, you have everything that you need to be successful. I hope that you enjoy this video. Comment in where you're coming from in the world. Comment in the biggest out of those 5 steps that spoke to you. It's important that you comment, that you engage, because we want to make sure that we're remembering these things, right? That we don't just consume the information and we don't apply it. So comment down below what your favorite part was, the one that spoke to you most, the one you're going to go out there and apply. Have an awesome day. I hope that you make the world a more beautiful, bright, and amazing place for everyone.